Welcome to episode 60 of Fire Sale Franchise. Here we are. The last thing we did was win the NFC Championship game, sealing our place in the Super Bowl, and we did it not losing any more players. So everyone we have on the team right now and everyone we're going to get back will be on the team for the Super Bowl, and we will be playing the New York Jets. So let's advance next week so we can see who of our players made it to the Pro Bowl. Also so we can see who comes back, because I'm not entirely sure if we get the chance to bring somebody back early next week. I think I will do it. I don't know who's really up for that, but we'll have to find out. Let's advance the week. So returning from injury this week is Ronald Darby, as expected. So really, that really helps our team out. We're pretty much at full strength here on defense. I mean, obviously Christian Stuckey, who we're expecting to come back next week, will also join the team, but even with Deion Jones there, it's a very strong defense. Ronald Darby back now just makes those corners look ridiculous. We've got a bunch of 90 rated players when we look at the confidence moderated, modified thingamajigs. So what we do now is take a look at who made it into the Pro Bowl. So we have no quarterbacks in the Pro Bowl, but Jared Goff made it. Running backs, can't expect it. Nobody played enough. Fullbacks, Blake Moreland does make it, which is nice. He's only the number 2 guy though, but it's still nice. Wide receivers, not to be expected. We've got the number 1 tight end though, Chance Sugars, making it in. Nat Newsom makes it as the number 1 left tackle, the guy we just re-signed. So I'm even happier about that, the fact that we've basically got the best left tackle in the NFC, but based off that, the number 1 left guard in the NFC as well. Corey Wong makes the Pro Bowl despite, I think, starting like half a game this season, so I mean that's really impressive. Janikowski makes the Pro Bowl, and both of our right tackles make the Pro Bowl, and Decker, who started all 16 games instead of Pearson, doesn't quite make it as high as him. So I don't know how the game always does that, but random plays would get random spots. Ryan Tatum gets the number 1 left end spot. We don't get a right end though. No defensive tackle, which I kind of expected. Looking at the linebackers, nobody there, because linebackers, I think you got to get a lot of tackles to get in there, which we apparently don't have. No cornerbacks and no safeties, but we get the kicker in there as per usual. Punt returner. How do we not have punt returner? Come on, what could Mr. Ham here possibly have done that makes him better than our guy? Anyway, that's the Pro Bowl. We could have had a few more defenders on, but I'm not complaining about just having one. I mean, that's really quite the season for Ryan Tatum there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. He made the Pro Bowl. He couldn't have done much better in his first year. But with that looked at, we can move on to the next week, where we play the Jets in the Super Bowl. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it was crazy already that we were playing the Browns in the Super Bowl the last time we were here, but to be playing the Jets as well is kind of mad. They went 9-7, so had a strong outing in the playoffs, clearly, to make it all the way through. They did get here from the wildcard round, so that's quite the journey for them. And returning from injury there is Christian Stuckey. We can't bring anybody back early though, so let's take a look at the team, as we will go into this game with normal offensive line that we expected to see, of course. Chance Sugars, Kirby Lott as well. The receivers, as we like them. Maybe give Antoine Wall another chance to kind of, play a couple of plays. Running back will be Derrick Henry. Quarterback, of course, Lance Sitton. We know that. Then the defense. There's going to be, there's going to have to be some thinking about what happens here. Maybe Deion Jones ahead of Kevin Pierre-Louis. Maybe split time, because Kevin Pierre-Louis is, after all, a leader on this team and has already won a Super Bowl with the team. But now we're back at full strength. Christian Stuckey here taking back over again in the middle of the defense. Everybody is back. Let's take a look at who's actually still injured. 2 players injured, Ifeanyi Peraluma, and only 1 week. If only they had 1 more week, we may have even been able to bring them back early. Obviously we couldn't. We had to put Peraluma on the injured reserve because we had to bring in another cornerback. So those 2 guys will not get to play in this Super Bowl. It means Will Judy doesn't get to play in the Super Bowl, maybe at all, depending obviously what happens in following years. But he obviously, last year we didn't make it. The year we do make it again, he's not here. Lance Sitton is a Super Bowl winner. We're pretty equipped to take on the Jets. It's going to be an interesting one. We're in Arizona, which is nice, just purely in terms of kicking, because we don't have to worry about wind. So let's get into Super Bowl 50-something. I don't know, I can't count. So it's only right we take a proper look at this Jets roster if we're going to be playing against them in the Super Bowl, which I forgot to do until I got into the game, but nothing has happened yet. Keelan Labinho, I'm going to say it pronounced like that, is their quarterback. He's been around for 3 years, very good, 87 overall. They also have another guy here, 82 overall, so even if he's gone, they still have a good quarterback behind him. Running back Jeremy Hill, 90 overall. Fullback, third-year player, 85 overall. Wide receivers, they got Mike Evans at a 95 overall. Third year player TJ Stanford, 87 overall. Then it gets a little bit more average here, 76, 73, 71. Tight end Max Williams, an 88 overall. The left tackle is Luke Jokel, 85 overall. Left guard, second year player Corwin Barrett. I think I referred to all those fourth year players as third year players, you get it. Center, it's a fourth year player Jose Cordova, 78 overall. James Carpenter though, still kicking around, 75 overall there. And then the right tackle Tyrone Brooks, 78 overall, so not too much of a scary offensive line. Left end Muhammad Wilkerson still about 93 overall. We know that Leonard Williams isn't with the team anymore. We played against him. I can't remember who he plays for now though. Kevon Lowville is a rookie, a 72 overall. Defensive tackle Dior Malad. I don't know if they play a 3-4 or 4-3 anymore. Let's see if they play a 4-3. They've also got Bruce Gaston, but I'm expecting probably still a 3-4. Left outside linebacker Devin Kennard, 79 overall. Middle linebacker Sharif McKinney, a rookie, of 75 overall, and John Bostich behind him. Right outside linebacker KJ Wright, 86 overall. So again, linebackers and everyone outside of Muhammad Wilkerson in the front seven, not too scary actually. Cornerbacks, Justin Burris, 78 overall. Nicholas White, 78 overall. Darian Colvin, 74 overall. Again, not too scary there. Bradley McDougall, their free safety, an 80 overall. And Calvin Pryor, a 90 overall at strong safety. He's still about. So, you know, not too much to worry about there on the defense, but the offense is very strong. But I think we've got the right things to counter these guys, and obviously we'll find that out now. So here it is, the first play of the Super Bowl, and they go for a run with Jeremy Hill. He picks up about 5 yards, but we managed to tackle him, and on 2nd and 5, they're trying to run it again, and it's a nice gang tackle of him there, setting up this 3rd and 5. They go for the pass. On a screen, it's going nowhere. So right now, trying to run this offense through Jeremy Hill. They obviously have to punt to us, and we know that Brandon Warford is a dangerous returner, and he could have got around the outside there. It's a face mask tackle, so we can see they know he's important. Derrick Henry trying to run the ball to start this game and isn't really getting anything there. Now 3rd and 10, and a pass out to Nate Cowan, who manages to spin, trucks that guy, fighting through contact. And we can take a look at that replay. It was Muhammad Wilkerson in coverage on him, and he just fights through the first contact, is then tackled, but a nice play by him. 2nd and 10 here, and it's a quick pass out to Kirby Lott, who fights through the first contact, is continuing to fight to the 29-yard line, and then on 3rd and 10 here, sitting, looking to throw, and that's lucky to not be picked off, thrown straight at a defender. And on 4th and 10, we score the first points of the Super Bowl here, 3 points, and now the Jets get the ball back. 3rd and 11, we have them here. They complete short. Antoine Dyson there to make that tackle, so they punt the ball back to us. 1st and 10 here, and we throw a screen and a nice one to Derrick Henry, who fights through that first contact. Derrick Henry now getting ridden out of bounds. It was a nice play from him. Our running backs right now playing hard-hitting football, and the Jets are not ready for this. It's a little different to what they might have expected from us as well. 3rd and 6 now. The completion to Chance Triggers for the first down, but it was a holding penalty which took us out of field goal range, so 2nd and 8 for the Jets here, and they throw that one away with some nice pressure from Ryan Tatum getting a quarterback hit. On a 4th and 1, they punt again. Brandon Warford with another chance here now, cutting around to the outside. He's got a chance here, a nice block there as well. He's got to beat this guy, cannot do it, cannot get around the outside of him. But it's a nice return nevertheless anyway. 41-yard line, 2nd and 4. The completion here to Derrick Henry with again another big hit. Does take a hit there from Pryor, and on 2nd and 8 on the 34-yard line, looking for Brendan Coleman, and it is intercepted. The defensive back just beating Coleman to it. We'll see it's a story of inches here, just a great play. You'll see Nicholas White here just get the ball, just beat Brandon Coleman to it. We can't blame him really, not that he should have come to the ball, but you know, you can't expect a cornerback to play like that. 3rd and 2, and they complete there for the first down. A couple of missed tackles before Ronald Darby finally brings him down. Now 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. And it's a completion to a wide open player there, makes one man miss, forces his way through Jameson Nixon. Finally, that's Max Williams, the tight end, getting tackled. 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line. Now the Jets are moving the ball, and there's just a bad attempt at a tackle there. Jameson Nixon finally making the tackle. On 3rd and 2, they run for the first down. Antoine Dyson coming in with the hit afterwards, though. 2nd and 10, they're trying again. Goes nowhere this time. Mario Edwards Jr. with the tackle. And 3rd and 9, Labino looking with time in the pocket. Just has to throw it away, nobody open, good coverage, decent pressure, and they score 3 points themselves here, so the game is now tied at 3 apiece, and we're late in the 2nd quarter right now, so it's not a high-scoring game as of right now, but we find Brandon Coleman is just missed wide open, overthrown. 2nd and 10 now, and it's a completion there to Kirby Lock coming for it, making a good play. Could have been intercepted on a 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Going back to the tight end, this time Chance Sugars, who fights off the first contact and gets the first down. 3rd and 8 here now, then Sitton dropping back, but Chance Sugars not able to make the catch as he was hit immediately. 2nd and 9 for the Jets here. We've got him pinned back. Good punting so far in this game, and Mario Edwards Jr. there coming in with the pressure just in time. 3rd and 9 now, looking for a pass again. Not great pressure. It's coming in now though, and there he is in with the sack. That is Jamarcus Vance, the first sack of the Super Bowl right now. And we used our possession to take a bunch of time off the clock. This is the final play of the first half. So we go into the half, the score 3-3. We come out now. Derrick Henry finally finding some space. Running, not really a thing that was happening in the first half. Happening now straight away at the beginning. 2nd and 9, Lance Sitton deciding to run for it. Slides, keeps it safe here. So 1st and 10 though, because we've got no further than that. The Jets now running around the outside. Antoine Dyson coming in to make the tackle on Jeremy Hill. 3rd and 1, and they run straight through the middle. So running right now going better for both sides. 1st and 10, running the ball again with the 2nd string running back for a big first down there. Going for about 15 yards. 2nd and 3 now, running to the outside. It's a nice tackle there though. Harden coming in to make that one. 3rd and 6 are going for a screen, and that was not happening. Very good pressure up the middle, decent coverage as well. And now on 1st and 10, it's a completion to Chance Sugars over the middle, takes a big hit but holds onto the ball. And now Derrick Henry running again, finding space. Derrick Henry having a much better time in this second half. And again going, managing to weave his way through a lot of people here. Some decent blocking for him. And 1st and 10 at the 40. It's a play action there to Nate Cowan. Lance Sitton rolling out, still looking for someone, dumps it down to Chance Sugars, who was able to pick up a few yards. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line now, when Lance Sitton is hit, fumbles the ball. Nat Newsom picks it up, spins out of the first contact, and then just stumbles into those guys. 3rd and 20, the play we end up with, throwing it up, and Chance Sugars comes down with it. What a play to go up for that ball. Lance Sitton just shows the trust in him, goes up, gets it. Pryor had no chance. A great play from Chance Sugars, and we followed up with a pitch here. Just good blocking. Derrick Henry goes into the end zone untouched. There's no defenders within 5 yards of him. That's the first touchdown of the Super Bowl. It is Derrick Henry with the score. We finally have a touchdown, and it took us a long time to get it. And here in the 4th quarter now, Emmanuel Jeffries had a chance at an interception there. 3rd and 10, throwing over the middle, but Kevin Pierre-Louis with the interception. The veteran, the old school linebacker that's been here since day one. Kevin Pierre-Louis with the interception there. They tried him, and they should not have done. He just takes that ball away from Max Williams, the tight end. Just beats him to it. What a great play. 3rd and 10 now for our offense, and it's a throw up to Brandon Coleman. He gets it this time. Looked like he was going down, but he doesn't, and he's in for the touchdown. We missed him on one of those earlier. He gets that one. It must have just been sheer power of will that allowed him to defy gravity on that play, and he gets a touchdown. We're now winning 17-3, and everything's going our way in this Super Bowl. Mario Edwards Jr. capitalizing on this feeling with a sack. 3rd and 19 now. Labinho with nobody open. It's good pass blocking, but there's nobody for him to throw to, and he ends up running out of time there. Jamarcus Vance with Mario Edwards Jr. coming in as well for the sack, making it 4th and 26. And we have the ball here, 1st and 10 at the 46. Lance Sitton managing to avoid one man, but could not get set to throw again, and he's got himself in 3rd and 16 here. Throwing it, missing Chance Sugars over the middle there. So the Jets have the ball back. 2nd and 10, 5 minutes left in this game, and it's a completion on the sideline there. 2nd and 15 at the 37-yard line. It's a screenplay, completion to Jeremy Hill, and big hit by Antoine Dyson, forcing the ball straight out. What a play there by Antoine Dyson to come down. Jeremy Hill had blockers, but he runs past him, and Antoine Dyson makes him pay, laying a huge hit down on him. The ball just comes straight out. Unfortunately, we weren't able to recover it, but we were able to stop them anyway. Derrick Henry now running the ball. We're pretty much looking at running the clock down here. 2nd and 4, Derrick Henry going around the outside, and he's fighting there. He does go down inbounds, but they take the timeout. 2nd and 5 now, 1 minute 48 left. Lance Sitton looking for somebody, finds Derrick Henry over the middle for the first down. We're running the clock down on 4th and goal. We have to settle for a field goal, making the score 20-3, 1 minute 25 left. They're going for a screen here again to Jeremy Hill. He tries to get around the outside, but Darren Stanley was there waiting for him. 2nd and 10 now, 30 seconds left, and Christian Stuckey coming in with the sack, bringing him down. 3rd and 17, and Christian Stuckey coming in again with another sack. That's the same play there back to back that allowed him to get free. 4th and 24 now, final play of the game here, throwing it up, and Christian Stuckey breaks up the pass. That's 3 plays in a row to end this game, and we are Super Bowl 55 champions, beating the New York Jets at a score of 20-3. 28-3. It's a low-scoring Super Bowl, but we win. There's a big reason to celebrate. We came through this season, had to overcome some injury problems again, but it's more about what happened last season. And here we have our Super Bowl MVP. It is Derrick Henry coming in with a big performance, and that story just writes itself. We had to bring him in because of injury concerns. He comes in, steps up, and becomes a huge part of this team, becoming the Super Bowl MVP. We went through last season through injury horrors. We thought we had some of them happening again this year, but we came out of this one. Stuckey coming back for this game, playing big. So there we go. This might be the most boring game in the history of the Super Bowl. We win 20-3, but those points, the majority of them, all but 6 points came in the fourth quarter. So, you know, if you're tuned in, especially if you tuned in Europe and it had to be late, I'm pretty sure you were pretty annoyed considering we went 3-3 until the fourth quarter, but we come out on top, and I feel like although we didn't score anything more than a field goal for 3 quarters, I felt like we were comfortably in charge of the game the entire time. Now, quarterback play could have been better for both teams, as we could see there, but Lance Sitton didn't do badly. That one interception was nobody's fault. That defensive back made an incredible play on the ball, basically only just beat Brandon Coleman to it, and if the Jets would have won the game, likely would have been the play of the game, but they didn't. We throw for 217 yards, 53% completion percentage, 1 touchdown though as well. Derrick Henry ends up being the Super Bowl MVP, carrying 22 times for 81 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. But after his first 8 carries, he had something like 4 yards, so he really fought back to make that end up looking decent. But Derrick Henry, I think we will look to keep on the team. You know, maybe it's time to let somebody else go, I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Obviously, probably think about those things once the draft has happened. But he's certainly been a very good player for us after joining us very late in the season. And it kind of transformed what we do. We turned into a ground and pound team that loves to just punish defenders and work it that way, and we still have, you know, the speed from Chance Sugars, things like that, to really beat him down the field as well. But I like what Derrick Henry has brought to the team, the security as well. I know he fumbled once a game pretty much since coming, but usually those were always recovered and they weren't really ever a problem, so that kind of security, the security of the fact he's not been injured, although he hasn't played that many games, he's always there for us. It's a thing we haven't really had from our running back. We'll have to see how the next season goes. The worrying thing for Derrick Henry is, you know, the last time we had a Super Bowl MVP, he lost his job. We picked someone up in free agency, and he ended up losing his job as the number 2 guy. We're not going to pick up a running back in free agency now, however, we would have, well, it depends on, so there could be somebody crazy. I don't think there will be, though. But we could pick somebody up in the draft as an interesting player there. Probably won't even be in a position to take him unless we can, you know, ship some guys off again this year. But let's look at the receiving. Chance Sugar, 6 for 72. Kirby Lott, 4 for 51. They couldn't stop these tight ends, and I can't wait to have a full season with both tight ends. That should be interesting. Derrick Henry as well, 3 for 35. Brandon Coleman, 1 for 40. Nate Cowan, 1 for 19. Not too many guys with too many catches today, actually. It was pretty much all about the tight ends, all about the running game as well. And then defense. Christian Stuckey coming back, leading the team with 8 tackles, 2 sacks as well, back to back. We've had a nice play there, and that's something I look forward to doing more next season. Ryan Tatum with his speed, his versatility, we can drop him into the same spot that Christian Stuckey was supposed to be defending, and then let Christian Stuckey rush, of course, you know, causes a bit of confusion, and it allowed Christian Stuckey on back-to-back plays to get to the quarterback, so certainly something we can start doing more often. Antoine Dyson had a great time in his first Super Bowl as a rookie, so 2 sacks for Christian Stuckey, 1.5 for Jamarcus Vance, 1.5 for Mario Edwards. Ryan Tatum didn't get on the board, but he had plenty of hurries and hits as well, so that's not a problem. An interception from Kevin Pierre-Louis, the veteran, coming in and making a big play in the Super Bowl again. Passers defense, some huge ones. D. Milliner with a big time pass defense that stopped the first down. Christian Stuckey, after his 2 sacks, followed it up with a pass breakup on 4th down, giving us the ball back. That was really, those 3 plays, you know, confirmed the decision to stack Christian Stuckey again coming back from injury, made it worth it, showed exactly how important he is to this defense. Forced fumbles as well, one by Antoine Dyson, just coming downhill and absolutely destroying Jeremy Hill, forcing the ball out. Unfortunately, again, we weren't able to recover it. We never recover those fumbles, but it was a very, very strong day from the defense. It was a battle of the defenses for most of the game, and then our offense just broke away. Once the running game started working, there was no looking back, and we absolutely ran away with it. So unfortunately, we were not able to complete the weekly goal of get a Super Bowl win. However, we were able to get the milestone goal of 3 Super Bowl wins because, of course, we won the Super Bowl, so it's all going well for Sean Payton. Everybody here has just been given a buttload of experience. Ryan Tatum gets an extra 10,000. Christian Stuckey 7,000. Mario Edwards Jr. 7,000. Eric Nickerson 7,000. Offensively, a little less there. Of course, the defense deserves a little bit more XP, but that's nice to get Christian Stuckey a bunch, considering he missed a bunch of games. That makes up for that. And there we have it. That is the conclusion of the season. We beat the New York Jets 20-3 in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 55 it was. And we move on to this offseason looking to repeat. The last time we weren't able to do it, and it was pretty embarrassing that we weren't able to go ahead and do it. So we look now to repeat, and we've got some spots to clean up on the team. We've also got to worry about the cap space this season. It should be pretty interesting. We will be looking to maybe offload some guys. We will talk about all that in the off-season episode though, and then of course we have the draft one, but that is it for this one. We are Super Bowl champions. We did it, we won, and well, a legacy is building for some of these guys, and it's the start of maybe a legacy here with the Saints for Derrick Henry, who could have a very interesting season next year.